Alright, you guys, hello, it's D Dun Elizabeth, and here I am with some quick tips on how to stay on track during the holidays. Like, it's holiday time, and everybody knows you got parties, you got Friendsgiving, you got New Year's, everybody's inviting you places, you going out to dinners, and you literally want to stay on track, and you think staying on track is staying in the house, cooking, meal prepping, but at the same time, it's still a life that you have to live. And I feel like the key to creating balance is being able to go out, enjoy these things, learning how to pick the right things on the menu, have some freedom with what you eat, and still achieve your goals. And it's very important to realize that your progress is not messed up on one day, ladies and gentlemen, who's ever watching. Your progress is not messed up on that one day. Like, you have to learn how to balance out and really mentally prepare yourself for the holidays, because sometimes it can be very, very dreadful. Like, I could just think back when I was in school, like, this time of the year was the worst time. Like, I would literally sit and be on the phone with my boyfriend. I would tell him, like, I just don't want to come home. Like, you got people in your ear saying, girl, you can eat, and oh, it must be your cheat day, or you know you're not supposed to be eating that. So it's all this in your head, and then you mentally trying to get yourself together to be prepared to stay on track, because you spent all year working on your body just for you to come home, eat for the holidays, and like gain 5-6 pounds. But it's really the process of realizing that your body is not used to the things that you're eating, because most people, if you like me, you kind of eat the same things all the time. And so once your body becomes used to that, that's what it does. Like, it comes used to that. So when you do something out of the ordinary, of course, what do you think will happen? So, with that being said, I just want to take a quick couple of minutes to talk to you about a couple of things and a couple of tips on how to stay on track during the holidays. And go ahead and tune in, and I hope this video will be helpful, because it's about that time. It's about that time. It's holiday time. All right, ladies.
I couldn't help but notice your pain. Share it.
Alright, y'all, so let's talk about it. So we are approaching the holidays, which is a very difficult time when your goal is to, lose weight. And I know, like, just from experience, like, I used to literally dread coming home for school, because I knew that I would be surrounded by a lot of food that I was not used to eating, and a lot of food that I necessarily didn't think I could control myself around. And it's two things that you could do. So one thing that you could do is realize that one day does not make you lose progress. Okay, so like, and these two things kind of merge into each other. Like, one day will not mess up your progress, and you really don't gain weight in one day. So if you eat something that you're not used to eating, of course the scale will be different the next day. And once you literally, the day after, once you get back on track, literally the weight will fall off. By the end of the week, you'll be right at the weight that you started at, which in a sense is kind of backtracking. But it's like, if every weekend or every time this does not happen, you have the ability to keep progressing throughout your journey. Okay, so now, holiday time. Okay, so one thing that I would say is, my tips is to never try to starve yourself before it's time to go eat, because literally, y'all, it was like months of this where I would literally starve the whole day. I probably would eat like maybe one small thing, probably like 200 calories, and then save like the rest of my 1,500 calories for dinner. So what would happen is, when I get ready to go to dinner, I'm starving. So I'm irritated, I'm starving. And then when I get there, I have zero control over how much I eat, because I'm so hungry. So I'm eating my food. I'm eating my boyfriend's food. I want appetizer. I want dessert. I want it all, because I have starved myself throughout the day. Versus if you eat a little bit before, come up to the function, not starving, then you are able to mentally make better decisions when it comes to the goals that you want in your life and for your body. So one thing that I will suggest is, literally at every function is always going to be a source of protein. Make the bulk of your plate protein and vegetables, and still make a little bit of section for the things that you really want, like maybe a dessert or maybe some some high carb. Maybe most times people have pasta or stuff like that. Have that on your plate as well, and pretty much just get a little bit of everything. But make sure protein is the bulk of your plate, and throughout the day, please make sure you get in your protein throughout the day. That's very, very important, because you could always overeat carbs. You know, like that's easy to just take down a whole bunch of carbs and if your body is used to taking in a significant amount of protein each and every day, you still want to make sure you hit that protein goal on the day that you're technically going to eat out of the norm. And so, like I said, when you're eating out of the norm, that does come with some extra water weight, and just make sure you're drinking your water. Make protein the bulk of your plate, and literally once the holiday is over, once that day is over, get right back on track. And this is a big time right now. You got Christmas parties, you have Friendsgivings in the past, you got New Year's coming up. So it's a lot of times where you might run into times where you feel like you overwhelmed. But what you don't want to do is starve yourself. You don't want to not enjoy the holidays, because who wants to pass away tomorrow thinking like, dang, my life over and all I was worried about was staying within my calories. No, nobody wants to do that. But it's a way that you're able to do this and still get the same results. Now, another tip that I saw a lot of people doing, and I actually tried this once, is if you're a person that's really heavy on tracking your macros and tracking your calories, you can cut some of your calories during the week. Maybe if you cut about 100 or 150 calories off your calories each day during the week, then all that extra 150, say that's 150 times 5. I'm really not good with math. Let's calculate it, y'all. 150 times 5, that's 750. So then you have an extra 750 calories when it comes to the weekend, and you still will have that deficit, so every time you burn 3,500 calories, that's 1 pound of fat, and that's accumulated through the whole week. So taking 150 calories off the top of your calories each and every day, and then using those calories at the end of the week to kind of eat a little bit more, especially when it comes to the holidays, is actually useful as well. So there's many ways around this, but it also comes down to your mental thought process when you're getting ready to eat and have fun. Just make sure you're not starving yourself. Like I said before, make sure you're not starving yourself. Drinking as much water as possible. Get your significant protein intake during the day, and just being mindful of what you're eating. Sometimes you just get a little overwhelmed, because I know me, I eat, and sometimes I just eat because it's there. But sometimes you really have to stop and sit and have a conversation with yourself, like, okay, do I really want this, or I'm just eating it because it's there, or do I'm eating it because I'm craving it? And then sometimes when it comes to sweets and you craving it, you could really just nip that all in the bud and get you some. Don't sit there and think about dang, I really want a piece of cake, but I know it's not, I know I'm not supposed to have it. I know I'm not supposed to have it. Yes, it comes to discipline, but at the same time, it's going to be another time, maybe a couple of days from then, where you give in and then you go hard, when you could have just had that piece of cake then and then went on about your day, went on about your business, and not really thinking about it. Because binge eating is not the actual process, the actual physical activity of eating everything, keep eating. It's the fact that food occupies your brain most of the time of the day. Well, all you're thinking about is food, and it's really important to make sure you fix that relationship with food, because food is supposed to be your fuel, not your downfall when it comes to your weight loss journey. So, with that being said, I hope that was helpful, and